Yeah.
Okay, you've probably received a lot of documents from me in relation to these two classes. So that is all extra material, yes, in case you want to expand your knowledge. If there's anything in particular that you want me to have a look at, of further information that you're interested in, do please let me know, and I'll happily have a look and send it as well, yes? First of all, any questions from what we've seen in the previous class?
No.
No? Okay, so we were in Unit 7, page 247, or page 220 from the other book, which is the same. Yes? So if I remember rightly, we finished with a partnership agreement, exercise 1 at page 246. Yes. So let's go to exercise 2. We have a lot to do.
I'm sorry, Federico. Which was the page, because I am not on my computer, so.
If I remember correctly, page 247 or page 220 from the other book. Yours
247. Okay.
So it says, Francesca meets 2 new clients who want to set up a partnership. Yes. Read what they say and then complete Francesca's checklist below. So, Javier, would you like to read, please?
Federico,
Yes,
perdón.
sure.
Buen día,
Yes,
disculpen.
buen día.
Recién me uno, disculpen. Buen día a todos. Por favor, ¿me indican en qué página?
Sí, para vos es la página 120.
Muchas gracias.
Exercise 2, por favor. Dale, Javier.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, sure. So, I'm Samantha Soli, and this is my friend, Kate Mace. We're both beauty therapists. We went to college together in Sheridan and work together at Faces Beauty Salon. So we know each other well. We want to set up our own beauty salon in Chatsworth called Revitalize. We want to make a lot of money and give up work when we are 55. So, good idea. Of course, I suppose one of us may meet the man of our dreams and go to live in Australia. So we may need to leave the partnership before we reach our retirement age. We never know. We agree that it's okay to leave the partnership if you tell the other partner 3 months in advance. We'll share everything 50-50. We'll both put £2,500 in the partnership so we can buy some equipment, but we don't need much more than that. We each want to be able to take £500 each month from the partnership account. Either of us can sign checks, otherwise it will be difficult if one of us is away on holidays. When we have to pay a bill.
Excellent. So my first question to you all is, is there anything there you don't expand? No, you understand. Do you know what a salon is?
Yeah.
Es una peluquería en realidad.
You can also say hairdresser, right?
Hairdresser, exactly. Or barbers, which in Argentina ahora también está de moda, for men, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we have the exercise itself. It's the checklist for the new partnership. You might remember the things that we advise. You remember that a partnership agreement, what is it, advisable, or do you have to have it, or is it compulsory?
Lápiz negro.
It's advisable, not compulsory.
It's advisable indeed. Yes, it's not compulsory, but solicitors will always advise you to have one. So that you can actually, this document will govern the relationship between which parties?
The partners.
The partners itself, yes. Not the partners with society or with third parties. That would be the articles of association, see, or bylaws in the US, yes. That governs the relationship between the company members, yes, and third parties. Excellent. So if I'll ask, what are the names of the partners? Eunice?
Samantha Sully and Kate Mace.
Excellent. And what about the partnership name, Juan?
Face Beauty, no, Revitalize.
Revitalize, indeed.
Revitalize.
And Sergio, what about the capital contribution of each partner?
Just started doing, I think it's 50-50.
The capital contribution rather than...
Capital, I want to make a lot of money in Gabo when we are 40-55, you tell, we'll share everything. We'll put 2,500 pounds in the partnership.
Yes.
We each want to be able to take, yes, you want to take 2,500.
Exactly. So each of them, so Samantha and Kate, will put a total of 5,000 pounds, yes, to set up basically the company, see, or the beauty salon in this case. And the share of the profits, yes, it's actually 50-50, yes?
Yes.
Okay. What about the drawings, Cecilia? Buen día.
Buen día.
A todos.
50-50.
No.
The drawings, rather than the share of the profits, yes, 50-50. I agree, Cecilia. But what about the drawings? It's the money that each of them take out. Remember that they are allowed to take out per month.
Both partner can sign checks.
Yes. But what about the drawings? The drawings are not the checks.
Yes, but what about
here it says, look, have a look at E, drawings, dos puntos. Drawings, remember, to withdraw money, yes, is the amount of money each partner is allowed to withdraw from the company.
Yes, it's 500 pounds.
500 pounds a month, each of them, yes?
Yes, but we didn't, Federico, we didn't do G, share of profit losses.
Yes, we did it when Sergio was doing the capital contribution.
50-50. Sorry,
and then
okay.
that's actually the share of the profit and losses.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, Maria.
It's a check signing arrangement.
Yes.
Either one. Both could change. Could sign the check.
Yes. So basically, either partner. Yes.
Either partner, right?
Yes, because basically I understand when you said both, but it could mean actually that the check should be signed by both partners. And what they want to specialize here is that either me or, for example, Maria can sign, yes, so that we don't both together have to sign. That's why
we can say either Samantha or Kate.
Yes, exactly, or either partner. Excellent. What about G, Javier?
It would be 3 months in advance, the period of notice.
Excellent, 3 months in advance. And last one, Marcos, retirement age.
Hello, good morning. Sorry,
Good morning.
I'm loose about the exercise. I don't know.
Sorry. You lost what? Sorry.
The exercise that we are doing right now.
Page 120, exercise 2.
107.
But they have different books. It's the same book, but it is different books, and I got different pages. So I know which of you have each page.
What is the number of exercise or the unit?
Exercise 2.
Unit?
Unit 7.
Unit 7. Okay.
But in
Página 120, Marcos.
Yes, yes. I have different book.
Or even 247.
247.
Okay. Exercise about limited liable partnerships.
Exercise 2. Francesca meets 2 new clients.
Okay. Okay. No. Friends. Okay. I got it. Francesca meets 2 new clients who want to set up. Okay.
So here now the question was retirement age.
Yes.
Yes, it's
Retirement
around the
age.
middle at the beginning. Yes.
Okay.
We want to make money and give up work.
Yes. Retirement age, it is 55 years old.
55. Well
Years
done.
old, yes.
55. Yes.
Sorry
So
about the date.
no worries at all. So basically, yes, this will give you an outline if you meet your clients on what you want to include in the partnership agreement. Yes. So you'll meet up with your client, either in person or online nowadays. Yes, you'll have this chat, and then you will have the information to draft the partnership agreement. Any questions in relation to that?
No.
Yes, I have one question, Federico.
Yes.
I'm still confused about the difference in setup or run a business.
Bueno, to run a business is you need first to set it up. Tenés que crearlo, tenés que formarlo, incorporarlo, ¿sí? Eso vas ahí, si estuvieras en Argentina, ¿sí? Estás...
Tenés que constituir.
Constituir es el setup, ¿yes?
Okay.
Run the business es actually, sos el dueño del negocio y lo llevas adelante. You run the business, lo manejas, no sé, el CEO, ¿qué función tiene en español?
Ok, sí, el management.
Management, ¿sí? En español, pero ¿qué sería manage? Sería, no sé, llevar adelante la compañía.
Llevarlo adelante.
Claro, depende del
¿Sí?
tipo de sociedad, si es una SA, si es una SR.
No, pero siempre estás haciendo lo mismo.
Explotarlo sería explotarlo.
Es lo mismo, vos sos el dueño de un kiosco, ¿sí? Vos, en realidad, es unincorporated, porque no lo registrás, ¿sí? Lo único que haces es que te registrás como monotributista o responsable inscripto, depende del kiosco, ¿sí? No tenés incorporación. Una sociedad anónima, una SRL, la tenés que incorporar, ¿sí? Que es lo que estamos diciendo setup. Los otros son unincorporated, so there is no setup in the sole trader, yes? Or the partnership, the normal partnership. Yes.
Okay.
Anywhere. When we will shortly see that companies and limited liability partnerships you do actually register or set them up, incorporarlas en IGJ. Yes. In all the cases, the sole trader, del dueño de una SA, of a company, or de una limited liability partnership o de una sociedad, tienen que llevar adelante su negocio. Eso es el management. Yes. So, el management no depende del tipo de compañía que constituís. Does it make sense? ¿Sí? Does it make sense, Cecilia?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Any other questions?
Thank you, Federico.
My pleasure. No? Okay, let's turn over the page and you will see limited liability partnerships. Yes? Yeah. So here we got Mary Stephens, then talked to Francesca about Francesca's law firm, Hedgesons. Mary asked if Hedgesons' law firm is a partnership. Read what Francesca says. The most important words are in the key vocabulary below. put the correct words of expression from the key vocabulary into the sentences that follow. So we've got limited liability, responsabilidad limitada, personal assets, yes, so bienes personales, legal entity, entidad legal, member, miembro, incorporated business, un negocio registrado, and limited liability partnership, es una sociedad de responsabilidad limitada. No es la SRL, bueno, sí, sería una especie de SRL. Ok, Diana, would you like to read, please?
Yes. Hudson Law Firm is a partnership, but it is different from the partnership that I told you about earlier. Our law firm is what... Hay alguien que está con ruido de fondo, perdón, no sé si se puede silenciar, yo tengo medio mal el audio.
Podemos silenciarnos los que no hablamos,
Creo que es
básicamente.
Sergio, de onda. Gracias. Our law firm is what is called a limited liability partnership. In a traditional partnership, each partner has unlimited liability for the partnership debts. But in a limited liability partnership, that is not true. As the name suggests, the partners have limited liability for the debts of the business. That means that if the partnership owes a lot of money to someone but cannot pay, a partner will not have to use his or her own money to pay that debt. In other words, a partner's personal assets are not a risk. Personal assets are the things that someone owns. For example, a car, a house, and the money that he or she has in the bank. A limited liability partnership uses the capital of the partnership to pay the debts of the partnership.
Excellent, thank you, Diana. So, what they are saying here, yes, is that we've just seen two different types of partnerships. The one that we just talked about, which is unincorporated, and therefore the liability of the members and their personal assets are at risk. And this new partnership, yes, that has a different name. You will notice, for example, it's very common in law firms in the UK that they are set up as partnerships, yes? So you will see, for example, I don't know, Linklaters, which is one of the top law firms in the world, LLP. When you see LLP, you know that that company is incorporated as a limited liability partnership. For example, you might go into Companies House in the UK and you might find Cincote International Advisory Firm. Either the word limited or LTD, you can choose, means the same. LTD is the short for limited, and you will know that that is a limited company, yes? So you can identify, even when you see their names, what type of company is it, okay? Right. Like SRL or SA.
Yes.
Yes? And the whole idea here is that you're limiting, yes, the liability of the members of the partnership, yes, to what? To the assets actually set up in the partnership. Excellent. Daniela, would you like to read the next paragraph, please?
Sí, acá estoy. Let me see, just a minute, please. My computer is a bit slow. Just a minute, girl.
No worries at all.
Okay, so we begin when people, yeah?
Yes.
When people,
yeah.
when people want to set up a limited liability partnership, they must register it with our central registry of companies. The name of a limited liability partnership must end with the abbreviation LLP. When someone registers a limited liability partnership, it becomes what is known as an incorporated business. This means that the business is registered in its own name and has its own legal personality. We say that it is a legal entity. In other words, a limited liability partnership is a legal person like you or I. A limited liability partnership has to supply its financial details and certain information about its partners to the registry of companies. Anyone can look at this information. In this way, a limited liability partnership is different from a traditional partnership. Information about a traditional partnership is secret, but information about a limited liability partnership is not. A limited liability partnership must also follow more rules and regulations than a traditional partnership.
Okay.
A limited okay.
Let me explain. Excellent. Thank you very much. Well, so as you can see, yeah, they talked about the LLP abbreviation. We also say when you register your business, yes, that it is an incorporated business versus an unincorporated business. Yes. So when you register in the registry of companies, in Argentina es IGJ for capital. En provincia de Buenos Aires, el registro de el registro comercial, creo, registro comercial de las personas.
Dirección de personas jurídicas.
Dirección de personas jurídicas. Okay, so each province in Argentina has its own registry of companies, basically. But here it is called Companies House. It's registered for the whole of England and Wales, and it is public. And as you know, when we register a business, the consequence of that is that you created a legal entity, or we call it a legal person. Yes. And then let me have a look. Let me see if I can go now, for example, to Companies House, and I can show you. You can have a look at the information. Let me show you. So if I'll go to more, and if I'll go to share screen. Okay. Are you seeing there that I'll put Companies House?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll enter into Companies House. I'll go to find information. I'll go to start now. Very different from IGJ. I will put Romero Albanese. It's the name of the company. So, for example, I don't know, Alfa Romero Limited. Yes. You enter here, you have an overview of the company. You see if it is registered. You can see it is a type of company, private limited, the year it was incorporated, when we have the next accounts, they have the confirmation statement. What do? The nature of the business, yes, financial and security commodities. The filing history. Here you will see in this case, well, no, they just set it up, this one. But you got the certificate of incorporation, the quantity of shares, and everything is actually free to use. You can also check, for example, the people, yes, who's behind it. You got the officers, which are the directors, and the persons with significant control, which are actually owing more than 70% of the shares. And we know that the person behind on this is Gediminas Dikus, who's based in Lithuania. Yes. So you can see that it is different from the one in Argentina. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, Lautaro, te acabas de sumar, ¿verdad?
Sí, hola. ¿Se me escucha?
Hola. Sí, ¿qué tal? Estamos en la página 248. No sé si querés leer los 3 últimos párrafos del exercise 1.
No, pero creo que tengo el otro libro yo.
Perdón, entonces es
21. 121.
21. The last 3 paragraphs. A limited liability partnership is tax.
121, limited liability partners. A limited liability partners is becoming, desde ahí.
No, it's taxed.
If you come from the last paragraph, the third one up.
Okay. A limited liability partnership is taxed in the same way as a traditional partnership. Each partner or member, as we call them, must pay income tax on his or her share of the profits. Continue? Can I continue?
Yes. Then until the end, please.
Okay. A limited liability partnership usually has a deed of partnership, which is similar to the partnership agreement in the traditional partnership. The deed of partnership contains details of the amount of money that each member will contribute to the partnership. Each member duties and what happens if a partner leaves the business. A limited liability partnership is becoming a popular choice in situations where two or more people wish to set up a business together. This business structure is very popular at the moment, especially with people who set up a new law firm.
Okay, thank you very much. So what they're telling us is two further things. One is how do they get tax? Yes, and basically it get taxed in the same way a limited liability partnership. The tax is paid by the members, which is basically a similar way that you get tax for a normal partnership. Yeah, so that doesn't change. And instead of having a partnership agreement, we call it deed of partnership, but it will govern the same clauses that the actual partnership. We call it the deed of partnership because a deed is a different way of having a different type of contract. If you take the contract class, which are the last classes, we'll see the difference between deed and contract, but basically it is in the way that it is executed. A deed needs to have a witness, and also you can sue for a breach of deed for 12 years, where for breach of contract is 6 years the limitation period. Any questions?
I have several, Federico.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, falté 2 veces por cuestiones de trabajo. Consulta, entonces, están estas unincorporated partnerships, que son como sociedades simples, en donde en lugar de agreement tienen deeds. Estoy como queriendo esquematizarlo.
Sí, está perfecto. Es que yo me haría, ¿yes?, un cuadrito sinóptico o con unas flechitas, ¿yes? Entonces vos podrías tener, por ejemplo, si te imaginás un rectángulo, ¿sí?, vos te vas a poner sole trader y las características. Y después te vas a poner partnership, limited liability partnership y después companies. Yes, and you will see how they work out in each of them.
Okay.
So, sole trader and normal partnership, que sería una sociedad de hecho, o sociedad la famosa sociedad de hecho, que no sé si existe más ahora con la
sociedad
reforma.
Simple, sí.
Bueno, sociedad simple, que no están registradas, ¿sí? Y la limited liability partnership, yes, which you do it under, actually you register in company's house o IGJ. Then you're going to have companies, you're going to have public companies and private companies, we will see in a minute. And those are registered as well. En el deed of partnership lo usas en el limited liability partnership, and a partnership agreement is basically changes the name, but it is exactly the same what it governs. Es en el normal partnerships.
Y LTD y LLD, LLP, Limited Liability Partnership, okay,
Sí.
is an incorporated company, right?
Es an incorporated partnership.
Partnership, sorry. And LTD, Limited
LTD
Traditional.
we will see. No, it's a company, but we haven't seen it yet. We'll see it in a second.
Okay, sorry.
No worries. Any other questions?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
So, a ver, María Laura, buen día. Dice, hey, my
Hello,
name is
good morning.
Grace. Hello, my Grace is Harmon. I'm a partner at Finson and H LLP. LLP is the abbreviation for?
Limited liability partnership.
Indeed. What about B, Diana?
I own a house, a car, and some jewelry. These things that belongs to me are formally known as my personal assets.
Indeed. What about Marcos C?
Okay. See, if things go wrong with the partnership, I won't lose any of my own money or belongs because I have the protection of limited liability.
Limited liability.
Liability,
Well done.
sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Javier, what about D?
Limited liability partnership is an incorporated business. Its name appears on the Central Register of Companies and it exists as a separate legal person.
Excellent. Eunice, what about E?
I am a legal person, but an incorporated business is called a legal entity.
Indeed, well done. What about F, Juan? Juan, estás muteado, no sé si estás queriendo hablar o... Bueno, Sergio, ahí estás.
In a limited liability partnership, a partner is also called a member of the partnership.
Excellent, well done, yes, because they haven't actually mentioned it much. We call it member, okay? Excellent. Okay, any questions?
No.
No? We might have to go a bit over the hour because we need to finish the unit today. Okay. Exercise 2, we've got prepositions, yes. So we need to come up with a preposition. We'll try it all together. Okay, so the members have limited liability on the dates of the business.
Four.
F-O-R. Yeah. Gustavo no estaba. If you have limited liability, it means that your personal assets are not
On
risk.
At risk.
Every year, the partnership has to supply financial details to the Central Register of Companies.
Two.
I have to pay income tax on my share of the profit of the business.
On.
You pay income tax on.
Tax on, my share.
Sí, on, porque for, viste, puede pegar, pero no. In many ways, a limited liability partnership is similar for a traditional partnership. Similar to a traditional partnership.
Okay.
The members each contributed £5,000 for the partnership on the partnership to the partnership.
Two.
To the partnership. Yes, contributed to. Yes, income tax on, similar to, risk at, to have liability for, yes, to supply details to. That's the name. Okay, any other questions, or we move on to companies? Volunteers for reading, so I don't. Any volunteers?
Mary, I can do
Dale,
it.
Juan and María, bueno, ladies first y después un poco Juan. So,
Okay.
Maria, would you like to start, please?
Yes, Mary Stephens wants some information about company. He went to a seminar of law firm called Taylor Wallis, a solicitor called Craig Harrison, is taken about company. Reed and Gray says, the most important words are in the key vocabulary below. Complete the definition of the words contained in the key vocabulary by matching the first half of each sentence with the correct ending. Okay. So I read the key vocabulary, or I
Yes, read the key vocabulary, we'll discuss it, and then you will continue reading, yes?
Okay, the key vocabularies are incorporate, founders, members, shareholders, hold, share, share capital, nominal value, issue, invest, return, and dividend.
Okay, so to incorporate the company, we understand, yes? If you don't, let me know, because we just saw it. The founders of the company, los fundadores. The members, maybe accionistas, same as shareholders, yes? To hold shares on a company, that means is tener acciones, ¿sí? The share es la acción, share capital.
Lo común.
¿Cómo lo dirían en español?
El capital de la
Capital
sociedad.
accionario.
El capital social.
Accionario.
El valor nominal de las acciones, the nominal value. Yes. To issue shares, we say emitir acciones. ¿Sí? To invest, invertir. A return on an investment. ¿Sí? ¿Cuánto te retornó la inversión? And a dividend es el dividendo, los dividendos. Okay. So, having cleared that, please carry on, Maria.
When a person starts a new company, he or she must be very careful to comply with the rules. When lawyers talk about setting up a new company, they use the expression to incorporate a company. That means to set up and register a new company in the proper way. If you want to incorporate a company in England, you must register the company with Company Houses, which is the central registry of companies. You cannot start to trade in the company's name until the company appears on the official register at company. Every company has its own file at Company's House, and anyone can look at the file to find out information about the company.
Okay, so good question, and then you carry on. So to incorporate the company, yes, to register, to set it up, to go to IGJ, yes, y tener que te emitan el certificado de incorporación de la compañía, yes, a certificate of incorporation. So, for example, let me show you. Let me see if I can show you one as well. Give me a second. So I just had one. Okay.
So it means that, Federico, you can't start any kind of actions or work until you finish the registration, right?
Give me a second. Sorry. So let me show you this. So for example, you see, you got a certificate of incorporation. Well, this company was on 30 April. Yes. So that's what it looked like.
Okay.
And the whole idea is that you cannot start doing business. That's why you cannot start to trade, yes, until you have that certificate. So that company in particular, only on the 30th of April could have started doing business. Yes, she couldn't have started on the 29th. It would have been illegal to start on the 29th. Okay. Okay, and then we saw companies.
Federico, I have one question. When you say you cannot start to trade, it means that you cannot start to work this company until you finish the registration?
What it actually means is I cannot start to trade with third parties. So, for example, I would not be able to go and buy I don't
Anything
know.
under the name.
Under the name of the company.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what it actually means. Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Sí,
No?
perdón,
Okay.
parecida a la
Sí,
de
dale.
María, perdón. ¿Qué sería como mercado de capitales o en general? O sea, ¿no tiene entidad legal hasta que no tiene este certificado de incorporación para vender? ¿O también, o estamos hablando de cuestiones más de acciones, de mercado de capital?
La compañía no existe hasta que no tenés el certificado de incorporación.
Gracias.
Yes? So you cannot actually do anything until you have it, basically. You cannot buy anything or do anything on behalf of the company because it still doesn't exist, basically. Yes. Okay, carry on, Maria, please.
The people who set up the company are often called the founders of the company. When the founders set up the company and register it with Companies House, the company is not an as incorporated business. This means that the company has its own separate legal personality, another name that means the same as legal personality is legal entity. Sole traders are traditional partnership, are incorporated business and do not have
unincorporated. Sorry que te interrumpa.
unincorporated. Sorry.
Yes, it's the
So
contrary of this.
Yes. So sole traders are traditional partnership with unincorporated business and do not have their own legal personality. If someone wants to sue the company, perhaps because it did not fulfill its obligation, the claim the claim names the company as the defendant. How do you pronounce defendant?
The claimant, and the defendant.
Because the company is a legal entity. On the other hand, if someone wants to sue a sole trade, the claimants name the owners of the business as a defendant.
Okay. Wait a second. Yes. So basically, this is exactly the same what we were just talking some minutes ago. The difference between incorporated business and unincorporated business. It is incorporated if it is registered, if it is set up at Companies House, and there you have a new legal entity. They separate, distinct from the founders. Yes. So if you sue them, yes, you will sue the company. Same as in Argentina, you will sue the SA or SRL. Yes. But if you're suing al kiosquero, you don't sue al kiosco de Matías because it is unincorporated. You sue Matías Vázquez, maybe it's the name of the kiosquero, let's say. Yes. That is what they are explaining us there. Any questions? Juan, please, can you carry on?
Yeah, of course. The owners of a company are called the members. Another name for the members is shareholders. Shareholders can be people or companies. They own or hold a share or shares in the company. A share is a part of the company's share capital. When we talk about share capital, we mean the amount and value of shares that the members hold. Let's say that a company has a share capital of £1,000 and that this is divided into 1,000 shares. In this example, each share has the value of £1. We call this the nominal value of each share. All the shares in a particular company have the same nominal value. When the founders set up a company, they decide upon the nominal value of the shares for that company.
Okay, wait a second, that I'll explain. Thank you. So we've got the difference between founders, members, and shareholders. Yes? The founders es el shareholder fundador. Okay? Called the founders are the one who initially set up the company. So for example, I'm a founder of Cincote International Advisory Firm because I'm the founder. Yes? Now, it may be, for example, that Juan wants to invest in my company, and he says to me, I want to invest in your company. I'll exchange X amount of money for 50% of the shareholding. Yes. And so he will become a shareholder. He will not be a founding member because he was not originally when I set it up. And we have two names for that. You can call it member or you can call them shareholder. Yes. The difference it is in this, which means you are a founder. It means you have been there in the company since you originally set it up. Okay. To hold or a share, ¿sí? Tener una acción is to own. Yes. The share capital, I'll show you. Let me show you in company's house how we'll see that. So if I go to, okay, yeah, it is here. Let me show you again. Yeah, can you see a statement of capital, share capital? Yes? Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's the statement of capital. Class of shares, we got ordinary shares, number allotted, eso es decir que emitieron, yes, 100. Y cada acción tiene £1. Entonces, el share capital, the aggregate nominal value, yeah, it's 100 pounds. Okay? The share capital is 100 pounds, cada una vale £1. Yes, does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, what does GBP stands for, Federico?
Great British Pound.
Okay. Thanks.
My pleasure. So the share capital, what you do is you need to see, yes, how many shares, yes, are they issued and what value they have. Okay. Yes. If I have 100 shares of £100 each, you will do 100 times 100. Yes, and that will give you the share capital.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you do it the other way around, if you've got let's say 1,000 shares, and you each has a nominal value of 100, yes, in nominal value, you have allotted 100 shares, emitiste 100 acciones, ¿sí? Y cada acción tenía un valor de 10, ¿sí? El nominal value es 10. ¿Se entiende? Es el valor nominal de cada acción. En el caso que yo les mostré ahí era de 1 pound. ¿Se entiende?
Sí.
Yes, that's the nominal value. Okay. Bueno, seguí leyendo, Juan. Please.
When someone buys shares in a company, the company will issue the shares to him or her. To issue a share means to officially give that share to a person and register his or her name in the company register of shareholders. A shareholder receives a share certificate from the company giving details of the share or shares that he or she owns.
Okay, to issue a share, recuerden, es emitir una acción. In Spanish we say emitir acciones. Yes, so to issue a share, and you give a share certificate, of course. Okay, carry on, please.
Why do people want to invest their money in a company and buy shares? The answer is that they hope to get some money back in return for allowing the company use their money. We call this a return of an investment. If the company performs well during a year and makes a profit, then the company may decide to pay a part of that profit to the shareholders. This payment is called a dividend. If the company performs badly and make a loss, the company will not pay a dividend to its shareholders.
Yeah, can finish it off, please.
Yes.
Carry also.
If a company does really badly and becomes insolvent, that company may have to stop trading, but the shareholders will not have to pay the debts of the company because the shareholders have the protection of limited liability. This means the shareholders may lose the money that they invested in the company, but their personal assets are not risked.
At risk. Okay, excellent. So, to invest es invertir, yes? Y no sé si ustedes vieron, pero en muchos lugares te ponen ROI, significa Return on an Investment, yes? Lo que quiere saber el inversor, cuál va a ser mi retorno del 10%, 2%, ¿sí? Return on an investment. And when the company does well, generally, they give money back to the shareholders by issuing a dividend, by declaring a dividend, yes, dividendo. And if you do badly, generally, they don't pay a dividend. And if you are really bad and you're insolvent, see, you need to stop trading, yes? That the difference is with limited liabilities that they will only be able to recap the money that has been invested in the business, and they will not go after your personal assets. Yes, that's why we said that the personal assets are not at risk. Yes, so in conclusion, these type of companies, they offer more protection, yes, of limited liability, but of course, la contracara is that they are a bit more costly to set up, yes, and you have ongoing requirements because every year you need to inform to company's house who are the shareholders, and you need to send the documentation as in IGJ. Does it make sense?
Yes. Federico?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. At the beginning says anyone can look at the file to find out information about the company.
Yes.
But I suppose, like in Argentina, this barrier down when court asked to the company house about
No. But I don't know, but I was present here and I'll show you. I enter online live into company's house and I'll show you that you can search for the information.
Okay.
You can do that yourself. I was here online, I did it. Yes, you all see it or not?
But he was asking about Argentina.
Sorry?
But he was asking about Argentina, not England, I believe.
Yes.
No, I thought he was comparing it with Argentina.
But anyone can look at.
Sí, vos podés entrar ahora a Company's House y podés buscar la información que querrás.
Okay.
Es pública, no tenés que pedir o solicitar o tener un interés para poder ver la información.
Yes, but about these members, ¿quiénes la componen esa sociedad? ¿Está ahí también en esa información?
Sí, pero yo te mostré, mira, vuelvo a entrar.
Yes.
Vos podés ver todo. Déjame que entro acá. En este. So, let me show you. Un segundo. Okay, so I'll go here to company's house. Yes, you see that? This is the company's house. I can search for a company. I'm gonna put la mía, Cincota International. Yes, so you go there. That is public. You can do it yourself. I'm online at the moment. Okay, so you'll see the address.
Yes.
You see the type of company, what we do. Yes, you got the filing history, todo lo que se...
Yes.
Las cuentas, quién es el director, los model articles. Y acá tenés los directores y los shareholders.
Ah, ok,
¿sí?
ok. Yes.
Entonces acá director soy yo, por ejemplo, ¿me entendés? Y person with significant control, que es el que tiene más del 75% de las acciones. Obviamente
okay.
el accionista, y ahí te dice la persona, ¿sí? Así que es completamente pública.
Ok, thanks.
Por eso te dije que era muy distinto el de Argentina.
Perdón, acá en Capital Federal tenemos el boletín oficial. yo que litigo en Capital Federal, cuando viene un trabajador y me consulta, por ejemplo, no sé, mi Mago S.A., yo voy al boletín oficial, segunda sección, y tengo ahí, por ejemplo, contrato de constitución, si hay cambio de sede social, y ahí me da la posibilidad de saber quiénes son esos socios, y yo lo que hago es mando carta documento, o sea, bueno, telegrama laboral obrero a la empresa y a quienes componen la sociedad.
Está bien.
Eso podemos llegar a través del boletín oficial.
Y pedido oficio a IGJ después también.
Pero eso,
Claro,
pero eso después en
la-
otra instancia.
La diferencia es, lo que yo les
claro.
entiendo es
En
que
una
vos
SA no vas a saber.
la web
Claro.
de IGJ y pudiera ver todo ahí instantáneamente.
Claro, pero en el boletín oficial también, Federico, lo podemos ver online.
Pero no es tan fácil, pero no es tan fácil buscar. A lo que
No,
digo
además en una SA no vas a saber la composición actual, sí al momento de constituirla.
El estatuto.
Pero
Pero lo
vos tenés que
tenés,
en
escribir
una, no, en una SA no publicás los cambios de los accionistas. En una responsabilidad limitada, sí.
SCA. Federico, consulta, en la página de recién decía follow the company.
Sí.
¿Eso qué significa? ¿Que uno puede tener los updates de la company?
Sí. Si te registras para eso, sí. Yo lo que voy es la facilidad con la que tenés acceso a la información pública. ¿Sí? Yo no tengo que pedir un oficio a nadie, no tengo que mostrar interés legítimo, no tengo que mostrar nada. Está ahí. Si la quiero, voy, la busco en 10 segundos. Esa es la diferencia. Está todo ahí.
Federico, a quick question.
Yes.
You, or in English or Spanish, I don't know, what you prefer.
As you wish.
In what you showed, we see that only the shareholder with a 75% of the shares was shown. Is that correct, or?
No, you can have because you can do it in a different way.
Okay.
You can basically, that is all cheap. Otherwise, you have to pay. You can, for £1 or £2, you can get a snapshot of the company. They can send you who are the current shareholders and so on.
I wanted to check if
easy information, yes, that I don't have to pay. Otherwise, you need to register and pay £1 or £2 to download it. But you can, yes.
Okay.
So,
sure.
You want to prove that, por ejemplo, Walla está acá constituida en UK. Y podés ver toda la información de Walla en UK.
I just wanted to check if only 75% shareholders was shown.
No, de ahí lo que te están
legal...
queriendo mostrar, porque lo que siempre quieren ver es who is the beneficial owner. The beneficial owner, the whole idea is to be able to track. Yes, and they want to see is the persons with voting majorities.
And the beneficial owner in the UK is considered someone with this that holds 75% of the company, or?
No, you got more than 25. Actually.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks.
But no, you can actually go there yourself and find out. Okay. Okay. So let's have a look at exercise that follows. It says to incorporate a business means, Lautaro.
What does to incorporate a company mean? There. Where are we?
En la página 2.
Exercise 2.
No, antes, en el 1, to incorporate a business means, terminamos de leer y estuvimos comentándolo.
Yes. Sorry. Hey, to incorporate a business means to set up the business and register it as a company.
Excellent. Number 7. Well done. Daniela, what about B? The founders?
The founders of a company are, number 4, the people who create the company.
Excellent. What about the members, Diana?
The members of the company are the founders and the shareholders that can be people or companies.
¿Dónde tenés ese, perdón?
The members of a company are the founders of the company and the shareholders that
Pero
can
¿de
be
dónde
people.
sacás ese? Entre el 1 y el 12.
¿El 1 y el 12? Perdón, del texto que leyeron.
No, pero estamos haciendo el
You have
ejercicio.
to complete
B,
with
C, D.
The C, the members are.
Yes.
The members are the people or companies that hold or shares that hold or own a share or shares in the company.
Number 2.
I'm sorry, I think I am.
You have to complete with the second. You have
Tenés
to
entre A y la L.
with the other word, with the
Mi
other
dislexia,
sentence.
Federico. My serious dyslexia. So sorry.
No worries at all.
Ya habíamos hecho. Eso porque falté 2 clases. So sorry. The members are.
Yeah.
The people or companies which own shares in the company. Number 2. Sorry.
Excellent. No, that's perfect. What about
lenta.
the shareholders, Eunice?
The shareholders are the same as the members. They are the owners of the company.
Excellent, number 6. And what about E? A share is, Juan? Estás muteado, Juan, ¿eh?
A share is to own a share, number 1.
A share is?
To own
bueno,
number 1.
No, a ver. To own a share, acordate que es to hold.
Yeah. A share is the value, one of the equal parts of the company capital, number 10.
Excellent, yes, well done, yes. And number F, we just said it, yes, to hold a share is to own a share, number 1. So, Sergio, what about la G, share capital?
Share capital is number 12. Share capital refers to the fixed value of each share.
Y ese me gusta. Pensá en el H. ¿Cuál sería el H entonces? Hacé los dos, Sergio. El
Pues
G
el H
y
tengo como el I have it as 9. Share capital refers to the value of shares that shareholders own.
Yes.
Al revés, el nominal value of the share is the fixed value that the share has, porque ahí lo que haces es dividir el share capital por la cantidad de acciones emitidas. Y por eso es fijo, ¿ok? Y en el share capital is actually number 9, the value of the shares that the shareholders own. Es la sumatoria, ¿sí? De todas las acciones, del valor de todas las acciones. Does it make sense? Okay. What about I for India, Cecilia?
To issue a share to someone means to put money into a company by buying shares in the company, number 5.
No. Acordate que issue, ¿cómo lo traducís al español? To issue a share, ¿qué era?
Emitir acciones.
Emitir acciones. Okay. So the one you mentioned doesn't mean emitir.
No. Number 8. To
Ahí me
officially
gusta
give
más.
that share to someone so that he or she becomes the owner of that share.
Ahí me gusta mucho más, Cecilia,
Okay.
excelente. ¿Bien? Y mira, ya que estás, haz el J.
To invest money in a company means a payment of the company profits to its shareholders. Number 3.
No, el que me dijiste vos antes, por eso te agarré. Invertir, ¿qué es? Es poner dinero en una compañía para ir comprando acciones, ¿no? Si invertís en IPF, ¿qué
Put
haces?
money into a company by buying shares.
To put money in el 5, el que dijiste vos
El
antes.
5, el 5, to put money in a company.
Yeah, by buying shares. Si querés
yes,
invertir
in the
en
company.
IPF, vas y compras acciones, ¿sí?
Yes.
Okay. What about K, María? And K and L, hacete.
Its return on an investment is
el ROI.
The return, yes, is the money that someone received from their investment.
Yes, well done, sí, el retorno en la inversión. ¿Sí? Metiste 100, te sacaste 150, el retorno de la inversión es 50.
And a dividend is
el dividendo,
is
lo que
the
querés que te
fixed
pague
value
Pepsi.
of each share, no.
¿Qué sería, perdón?
It's the fixed value of each share.
No, ese ya lo usamos.
Oh, yes, you're right. Sorry.
Ese es el H.
So a dividend is
cuando se emite un dividendo, cuando se declara un dividendo.
It's the payment of the company's profits to its shareholders.
Exactly.
Number 3.
Ahí me gustó. Yes.
Number 3, sorry.
Of the company's profit to its shareholder. Okay. Any questions? Because yo sé que les estoy tirando un montón de información, ¿no? Se entiende, yo sé que por ahí se entiende, pero bueno, hay que después retenerla. ¿Alguna pregunta o algo que no haya quedado claro?
A mí me quedó colgado el de G. Share capital refers to.
El 9. De value, el valor de las acciones que los accionistas poseen.
Okay.
¿Sí? Entonces el share capital va a ser, si nosotros 10 tenemos acciones y cada una de nuestras acciones vale £1, el valor del share capital, es de 10, porque es 1 por 10, ¿sí? Tenemos 10 acciones de £1. ¿Se entiende?
Yes. Es que me lo confundí con nominal value.
Ok. Bueno, vamos a hacer lo siguiente ahora, porque tengo miedo de que nos quedemos medio corto de tiempo. En el ejercicio 2 y el 3 se está testeando en realidad lo mismo que acabamos de ver. Así que yo por ahora me lo voy a saltear y si nos queda tiempo al final de la clase lo volvemos a hacer y si no les va a quedar como deber. ¿Ok? Así que turn over the page y vayamos al ejercicio 4. Quiero primero ver todos los distintos tópicos bien. Y después si nos queda tiempo vamos a hacer más ejercicios. So in exercise 4 we got more unconfusing terminology, les aclaro. Who would like to read? Daniela, ¿querés leer?
Exercise 4. Greg Harrison now talks in more details about the different sorts of share values and share capital values. Read what Greg says and match each of the questions in the blue box with the correct answer below. When you set up a company, you decide on the amount of share capital and what the nominal value of each share is. The nominal value is a fixed value that doesn't change. The nominal value has two other names. These are the par value and the face value. All three names have the same meaning. When you set up a company, you also have to decide on the maximum amount of a share capital that the company can have. This is called the company's authorized share capital. A company doesn't have to issue all of its authorized share capital as soon as it is incorporated. The company can issue some shares, leaving other shares unissued. At the time when the company is incorporated, it issues some shares to the first shareholders. The company can then issue more shares at a later date. The issued share capital is the value of the shares that the company has issued to shareholders. The issued share capital and the authorized share capital are expressed in the nominal value of the shares and not the actual value of those shares. Let's say that a company has an authorized share capital of £1,000. These are 1,000 shares, each having a value of £1. Now, let's say that the company issues 500 of these shares. In this case, the nominal value of each share is £1, and the issued share capital is £500. I want to buy some shares in the company. I pay £5 for each of my shares. The nominal value of each share is £1, but the actual amount that I pay is £5. This is called the market value of the share. The market value in this example is higher than the nominal value. The difference between the market value and the nominal value is called the premium. In this example, the premium is £4.
Excellent. I know it is confusing. Yes. So I'll explain and we'll run through it. Okay. Now they're talking about the different values that we have in a share. Yes. So we have different names for them as well. So you got on one hand the nominal value, par value, or face value. Those same expressions means exactly the same. Yes. So nominal value, par value, face value son distintas formas de referirnos a lo mismo, para que quede clarito. Okay.
Sorry,
El valor nominal.
Sorry,
Yes.
Federico. Nominal, par, and what is the other
And
one?
face value. See? Nominal value, par value, face value means all the same thing, means basically nominal value. Okay? In the example, let me see. Show you. So here, when they set up the company, yes, we choose. Let me show you. Go to company's house. Company house. You will see this. Ustedes eligen el nominal value. When you set up the company, are you seeing now?
Yes.
Yeah. So, for example, if I go to so when, a ver if it is in filing history. Bueno, acá, you see, when I incorporated the company, you see incorporated model articles adopted. Yes, capital. I choose a share with a value of £1. Yes. Ven que dice GBP1. Yes. If I'll open it.
You can also choose the nominal value in Argentina.
Exactly, you can choose the nominal value. That when you set it up, you choose your nominal value. It could be 100. There are many companies that might choose 100 or whatever you want. Yes, the whole point is that you can choose. Yes, so that is actually the nominal value, the one that you set up.
They have to be round numbers.
Yes. Now, imagine this. We had before 2009, yes, before October 2009, when you set up the company, you needed to establish an authorized share capital, ¿sí? Que era el máximo de acciones que la compañía podía emitir. Okay? So I could put 1 million shares, for example. Okay? But you need to set it up. With the reform of companies, of the Companies Act in 2009, nowadays, when you set up a company, you do not need to choose an authorized share capital. Yes, you can issue shares as many as you like. That was not the case before 2009. Yes, that is what we call the authorized share capital, que es el número máximo de acciones que la compañía está autorizada a emitir. Okay? Now, this says, when a company is incorporated, it issues shares to the first shareholders. Bueno, esos son los subscribers, yes. That is the issue share capital. So, for example, if I allot 100 shares, yes, ese es las acciones efectivamente emitidas, yes. Yo podría haber tenido un authorized share capital de 1 millón y solo haber emitido 1000. Me quedaban 990.000 para emitir, ¿sí? So the issue share capital son las que efectivamente emitiste, ¿ok? Entonces, si toman el ejemplo, yes, when you say the company has an issue share capital de 1000, emitió 1000 acciones, ¿sí? Hay 1000 acciones y cada una tiene un nominal value o un value de 1 pound, yes. Si vos efectivamente emitiste 500 acciones, ¿sí? Vos tenés un share capital de 500, porque efectivamente emitiste ese 500 a 1 pound, con lo cual vos podrías emitir otras 500 más. ¿Se entiende hasta ahí?
Sí.
Bueno, suponiendo que Javier le encanta Cinconti International Basel Firm y me quiere venir a comprar parte de mi compañía, y yo le digo, sí, bueno, está bien, pero yo no la vendo a 1 pound, se la vendo a 5 pounds. Yes? So the nominal value was 1 pound. He's effectively paying market value, valor de mercado, ¿sí? De 5. Esa diferencia entre el valor de mercado y el valor nominal, par value o face value, es lo que les determina a ustedes el premium, ¿yes? Que es el extra que él pagó por el valor de la acción de lo que supone el mercado. Does it make sense, this?
Yes.
Yes. La prima de emisión, me imagino. The market value, is it needs to be registered, needs to be
No.
set up somewhere, or it's just
No, not in private companies, yes. De
Okay.
hecho, después hay que ver cómo se evalúa eso.
Yeah.
En private companies es un poco más difícil. But in public limited companies o compañías que están flotando en el mercado, ¿sí? Ahí sí, obviamente están determinadas.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. So, what is the market value? Anyone? We need to do the exercise here. We've got the questions and then we've got the answers and we need to put them together. What is the market value? Anyone?
It's the actual amount of money that you need to pay to get a share. Not the nominal value, but the actual
Yes.
amount.
¿Y cuál sería el B, el C, el A?
Ah, sorry. I didn't got it.
No, está bien lo que dijiste, de hecho.
This is the amount of money that someone must pay. It's A to the company when he or she buys a share.
Excellent. Yes, that's the market value. What about Maria Laura, the nominal
Yes.
value? What is the nominal value?
I think the nominal value is C. It's letter C. This is the maximum total value of shares expressed in nominal terms that the company is allowed to issue.
Okay. Y no te ese es el que he's allowed to issue, ¿no te parece que ese sería el
sorry.
máximo que podés emitir?
That is 4. That is number 4.
Yes, so C is for the authorized share capital. Hiciste
Ajá.
the authorized share capital.
Yeah, so that is E. Is nominal value E?
Yes, this is the value that the people who set up the company decided to fix for all the shares of the company. It is easier to understand if you think it is as the official value and not the actual market value. Okay? Maria, what about
the premium? The premium would be in the example, it was going to be £4, I think. The nominal value is called the premium. In the example, the premium will be £4. So it's the, well, it's the
¿Cuál
premium.
sería? ¿El B, el D, el...?
It's the I think it's the amount of money that someone pays in excess of the nominal value.
Exactly, well done. Yes, in excess of the nominal value. And so we already did authorized share capital, which is C. So the last one is, what is issued share capital? Cecilia? Issued share capital, o sea, el que emitiste, el que ya emitiste.
D, this is the value of shares expressed in nominal terms that the company has actually used to its shareholders.
Yeah, has actually issued, que efectivamente emitió. Muy bien,
Exacto.
well done. Any questions from this? No? Excellent. Exercise 5. This is Kevin Hooper buys some shares in a company called One Phone PLC. Acá ya sabemos que no es un private limited company porque dice PLC. It's gonna be a public limited company. ¿Yeah? Es confuso eso porque PLC also stands for private limited company. Yes? Okay, so recuerden que el LTD o la palabra limited es el que hace referencia a Private Limited Company, yes? Y PLC stands for Public Limited, sería una especie de SA para nosotros, ¿yes? Que por lo general cotiza en acción en la bolsa. The share certificate says that the shares are £1 each. Kevin pays £4 for each share to One Phone PLC. Complete the following sentences by writing the correct figure in each gap. The market value of the share is
£4.
£4. The nominal value?
£1.
£1.
And the premium?
£3.
£3. Okay. Any questions?
No. Sí, la diferencia entre el LTD
Fíjate
y
que sean de
LLC, ¿cuál es?
pollo.
Perdón, Lautaro, la diferencia entre...
LTD y LLC. O sea, una es liability...
No, LLC no existe acá, eso es en Estados Unidos.
Ah, ok. It is LTD.
Ese es en Estados Unidos. Acá tenés LLP, LLP, Limited Liability Partnership. Después tenés la palabra limited o LTD, que significa lo mismo, que significan, sin Code Advisory Limited, es una Private Limited Company, es una compañía privada que no cotiza en bolsa. Y no podemos ofrecer nuestras acciones a terceros. Y después tenés el PLC, que es lo que vamos a ver ahora, que son companies, que significa Public Limited Company, ¿sí? Vamos a ver que tienen un authorized share capital mucho más grande, ¿sí? Y tienen otros requerimientos, como la SA. ¿Okay?
Okay.
Okie dokie. Who would like to read?
Can I?
Dale.
Mary,
Public and limited companies ahora, please.
yeah. Mary Stephens wants to include some information about companies in her magazine article. She looks at the website of law firm Taylor Wallis. She prints off the following information about private limited companies and public limited companies. The most important words are in the key vocabulary below. Read the information and decide if the statements that follow are true or false.
Okay. So we got private limited company, public limited company, stockbroker, and single member company, which we haven't seen. Ahora seguir leyendo. El stockbroker es el accionista de bolsa. ¿Sí? Y single member company serían las sociedades unipersonales, o XAS se llamaban, no sé si siguen estando.
Sí.
Sí. Okay, so es una sociedad de una sola persona. Okay, with one single shareholder. Please carry on.
There are several different types of company in England, but the most common are the private limited company and the public limited company. The name of a private limited company must end with LTD or limited, and a public limited company's name must end with PLC. This means that when you look at the company names, you can see immediately what type of company it is. A private limited company cannot offer shares in the company to the members of the public, but a public limited company can do this. Some people use the services of a stockbroker to buy and sell shares. A stockbroker is someone who buys and sells shares on behalf of his or her clients. The stockbroker only deals in shares of public limited companies. The law does not allow people to trade in shares of private limited companies through a stockbroker. A private limited company can have any number of shareholders. However, it is very common to have a private limited company with just one shareholder. If a company has just one shareholder, the company is called a single member company. A public limited company must have a minimum of 2 shareholders, but usually has a lot more. Another big difference between the two types of company is the amount of share capital that the company must have in order to incorporate and register them. Someone may register a private limited company with a very small amount of share capital, maybe only £1. However, to register a public limited company, it must have a substantial amount of share capital. This amount is decided by law. At the moment, the minimum amount required is 5,000 mil pounds.
50,000 pounds.
50,000 pounds, yeah. Okay.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Bueno, so I explained already, yes, that private limited company is a bit confusing porque PLC can go with both, with private limited company or public limited company, okay? But remember, but for private companies, LTD or the word limited, yes, either all. For when you see PLC, it's a public limited company. The main difference, yes, is that basically a public limited company can offer the sale of their shares to the public, yes, whereas a private limited company is not allowed to do that. Yes, I wouldn't be able to sell my shares to the public, to offer the sale of my shares in my private company to the public. Yes, and then tienen el corredor de bolsa, where you generally buy shares to and from, yes, which is called the stockbroker, yes. And in private limited companies, it's very simple. It's very normal to have a single member company with just one shareholder, yes, or SAS. There's no difference, yes. And when you set up a PLC, you need at least two. Generally, this is big companies. I don't know, British Airways, British Petroleum, BP. You know, they have a lot more. And the other big difference is the amount of money that you need to register. Yes, for a private limited company, I can just do it with £1. Yes, you can have a company with £1, yeah, as a share capital, but I will need at least £50,000. Yes, for share capital of a PLC. And also, of course, the reporting obligations that you will have to Companies House are a lot stricter in a PLC than in a private limited company. Yes, same as in Argentina. Yes. Any questions from there? No? So I will do the true or false. It says, there are only two types of company in England. True or false?
False.
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 Two main types, yes, but there are a lot many. A company which has the name Lexton Metals Ltd is a private limited company.
True.
True. A stockbroker buys and sells shares in a private limited company on behalf of his or her clients.
False.
Yeah, it's true.
True?
True.
No, false, because it's not on private limited company, it's on PLCs only.
Okay, okay.
Yes? Remember that a private limited company cannot offer the sale of their shares to the public. Yeah? A single member company has just one shareholder.
True.
True. A public limited company can be a single member company.
False.
False, being true. A public limited company must have a share capital of at least £50,000 at the time when someone registers it.
True.
True. Yes. Any other questions from there? No?
No.
Okay. Turn over the page. It says exercise 2. Yeah. A new client named Mr. Patel telephoned Greg Harrison, the solicitor from Taylor Wallis. Mr. Patel wants some advice about setting up a new business. However, Greg was not in his office, so Mr. Patel left Greg a voice message. When Greg returned, he listened to the message and made the following notes. Read the notes and from your knowledge of the different type of business structure, decide which of them Mr. Patel can choose to set up. Okay? So it says, telephone attendance, date 16 March, name Raj Patel, address, telephone and the mobile number. Details. RP wants to set up a business. At the moment, RP is working alone, but his brother will probably want to join the business at some point in the future. The business supplies computers and software to small businesses and advises the businesses on operating the systems. RP has capital of $25,000 to start the business. RP owns his house but wants to make sure that if everything goes wrong, he will not lose the house. RP is married and has 3 children. RP wants advice on what sort of business he should set up. So, what about sole trader?
No.
Private. No, because it's private. Private.
Why not?
Because he would put his asset at risk.
Claro.
Because he will put his assets at risk, and he wants to make sure that if he goes wrong, he will not lose the house. Well done.
Sorry, I mistake with stockbroker.
So remember, we saw sole trader. Yes, so this is using all your knowledge. It's a kind of a recap. Yes, you got sole trader, you got partnerships, you got limited liability partnership, you got limited companies and public limited companies. Those are the ones we've seen. Yes.
Now he's a sole trader.
Sorry?
Mr. Patel now he's working as a sole trader, and he wants to set up a new business.
He's working alone. He's working as a sole trader, yes, and he wants to set up. But well, you could actually advise that you should continue as a sole trader if everything he would like to do coincides with being a sole trader. So
I think he should set up a limited liability partnership to protect the assets.
But he's working on his
own.
own.
What would be the problem? Can he set up a partnership now?
No.
Why not?
He's working alone.
Yes.
Because his brother is not joining now. So you need to choose of a structure which would allow you, for him to be on his own at the moment, and then actually being able to join someone later. Yes, for a partnership, you'd need at least 2 partners. So you wouldn't be able to set up a partnership as we speak. But with a company, he can have a single member company at the moment, and then his brother can join as another shareholder. Yes?
Yes.
And the company and his asset would not be at risk. Yes? Again, he cannot set up a limited liability partnership at the moment because he doesn't have his brother. And he only have £25,000. He wouldn't be able to set up a public limited company either.
So,
yes.
So
¿Entienden cómo vamos?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why he can't?
Mr. Patel never was registered, and so to begin his business, I advise him start like sole trader. Yes.
Pero mira, se los pongo en español. Yo voy al estudio de Marcos. Marcos, te digo, escúchame, necesito set up a business. Yes. Por ahora estoy trabajando solo. Quiero que mi hermano en el día de mañana se sume a mi negocio, ¿sí? Pero no sé cuándo. Tengo $25,000 para comenzar el negocio. Tengo una casa que no la tengo registrada como bien de familia y no la podemos registrar como bien de familia, no me preguntes por qué. Y no quiero perder absolutamente nada de mis bienes si el negocio me va mal. Con tus conocimientos, Marcos, vos que sabés sobre Soul Trader, porque lo quiero empezar en Inglaterra, al negocio. Y yo sé que estuviste estudiando y quiero que me digas, ¿qué hago? ¿Voy como Soul Trader? ¿Voy como partner? ¿Voy como Limited Liability Partner? ¿Voy como Private? ¿Entendés? Entonces vos ahí, vos no me puedes, porque las clubs que te dieron no va como Soul Trader. Soul Trader tengo todo mi capital at risk y yo te dije que no quiero tener mi capital at risk.
Okay.
Yes, entonces ahí Soul Trader la sacás. Partnership no tengo el hermano, así que todavía no lo puedo sumar. Al Limited Liability Partnership, the same reason, todavía no tengo el hermano, lo saco. El Public Limited Company tampoco puedo porque no tengo ni siquiera £50,000 ni 2 miembros para hacerlo. Así que la única que me quedó es el Private Limited Company, que te permitiría set it up now, la podés hacer con 25,000 y tu hermano se puede sumar at a later stage y tus assets no están at risk. ¿Entienden un poco el no sé, el estadio mental o the steps that we go through to analyze what would be good for the client? Yes? Okie dokie, let's have a look. It continues here, yes? So, in exercise 3, Greg is writing to Mr. Patel. Estamos escribiendo el letter of advice. Put the parts of the letter in the right order, ¿sí? ¿Se acuerdan que a veces vienen estos ejercicios que tienen the conversation in the wrong order and you will need to put it in order, yes? Always have a look at the sentence, read the full sentence, because it will give you a clue as to what follows next. So it starts with the ones in blue, yes, that is the example. So it's gonna start, Dear Mr. Patel, con el D, New Computer Consultancy Business, ¿sí? Para los que si estuvimos justo viendo las cartas, fíjense que tienen el headed paper, yes, the reference, the date, who's writing to, yes. So, Maria Laura, take your time, but what do you think would be the next paragraph?
I think maybe H. Thank you for your message, for your telephone message regarding the formation of a new business.
I think you're actually very right. So congratulations. Yes.
Thank you.
What about Javier?
I believe it's C. I understand from this message that you wish to set up a business which supplies computers and software to small businesses, and you would like some advice on what is the most appropriate structure for this new business.
Perfect. Yes, C. So C is the correct one. Well done. Y Sergio, what about number 4?
Please.
Number 4, number 3.
I understand. And I
Perdón.
understand.
Sí, el 4, porque el 1 es el D, que ya lo hicimos. El 2 es el H, el 13 es el C. Yes,
I understand from this message. The following would be, therefore, in view of the fact that you are investing a substantial amount of money into the business, and more particularly that you wish your personal assets to be as safe as possible, I think the best option is for you to incorporate a private limited company. Your brother will be able to join the company at a later date.
Okay. I see where you went to that one, but I'm going to question you. Why would you use therefore? What have you said before to be able to say
Okay. Claro. Okay, sí.
Así que me parece que hay otra que tendría que venir antes.
Y podría ser setting up. Setting up, después however y therefore. A-F-E. Claro,
¿Y no te parece que hay otra cosa antes?
Please explain the procedure of incorporating a company to you. No, porque está pidiendo que lo llamen por teléfono.
¿Y al final qué dice? Fíjate la última, la J.
Signature, no la vi esa. As you are the only person, esa no la tenía fuera de... As you are the only person involved in the business at present, there are 2 options available to you. One is to operate as sole trader, and the other is to incorporate a private limited company. Let me give you a little more detail about each option. Excuse me, I had that out of sight.
So, en la 4, ¿cuál te parece que va?
Yeah, as you are the only person.
Claro, porque él le hace la introducción acá y le va a decir que le va a explicar las 2 alternativas y después va a pasar a explicar las alternativas. Así que yo estoy más conforme con el 4, el J. ¿Sí?
I agree. Sorry, I had it out of sight because I didn't scroll it up.
No worries at all. And actually, do the following. Do number 5.
As you are the only person involved, therefore, ¿no? Y podría ser A también. Setting up a sole trader.
Ahí sí me gusta.
Setting up as a sole trader is certainly this type of business. A sole trader is self-employed, and this type of business does not have to be registered or comply with complicated rules other than the obligation to pay tax.
Okay, excellent. So 5A, yes. Marcos, what about las 6?
However,
Number 6. Number 6. However, the main disadvantage is that as a sole trader, you will have unlimited liability for all the debts of the business if it does not succeed in the way in which you hope. This means that you might have to sell your personal assets to pay the debts of the business.
Excelente. Well done. Cecilia, what about the next one? The 7.
7. I think it's therefore, in view of the fact that you are invested a substantial amount of money into the business, and more particularly that you wish your personal asset to be as safe as possible, I think the best option is for you to incorporate a private limited company. Your brother will be able to join the company at a later date.
Perfecto. Yes, congratulations. What about 8, Maria?
Then, I am finished. I just say I look forward to hear from you, yours sincerely, and that's all.
Pero te falta una. Hay una que no
already said, I understand from this message. I think we have said all of them, I think.
Usaste la H, la C, la J, la A, la F y la E. Te queda G, B y la I.
Now I will be pleased to explain the procedure of incorporating a company to you. Please phone me to rank a convenient time to meet.
Excelente, excelente. Gustavo, que te había perdido en algún momento, ¿me la finiquitas?
Which one? Hello. Which one?
The last 2. Sorry, have you left it before a bit, no? Because I was looking for you.
No,
no te veo siempre. ¿Te estás como yendo y viniendo, entrando?
No, estuve acá desde the first time.
No, en un momento te buscaba, pero no te encontraba, te juro. El 9 y el 10.
9. I look forward to hearing for you.
Yes, well done. And the last one?
Yours
sincerely.
Well done, well done. Any questions from this? No? Well, before we go, I want to turn over the page. We want to do incorporating a company. Yes? So, here the key vocabulary we got memorandum of association, annual return, articles of association, off-the-shelf company, and certificate of incorporation. Do you know what this means or what they are? Or no idea?
No, I don't know what
the articles of association, los llamamos en UK articles of associations. In the US we call them bylaws. Es el estatuto.
Okay.
¿Sí? El famoso estatuto. Annual return son el reporte anual que tenés que mandar a Companies House o a IGJ con las distintas preguntas que te hacen sobre capital statement and so on. Lo llamamos annual return porque se devuelve una vez al año. Los memorandum of association, ya vamos a ver, es una parte de incorporation documents que nombra a los primeros fundadores y demás. Hoy en día casi ni se usan, ya las compañías no tienen más memorandums of association. An off-the-shelf company, we call that a compañías. We got many companies we offer that we have companies already set up. Yes, so that you call me today, for example, and you say, Federico, I need a company for today. I have a business that's coming in today. Yes, and I need a company set up today. So we have some companies that are basically, we call them on the shelf porque sería en el estante. Están flotando en el estante y las agarramos del estante y te las vendemos a vos. Se compran casi prehechas. Yes? And that is what we mean. Certificate of incorporation is what I'll show you before. Es el certificado de incorporación en Companies House. Yes? It says incorporating a company. There are two very important documents that every company has. These are the Memorandum of Associations and the Articles of Association. Remember, article, estatuto, bylaws. The Memorandum of Association is a short document which contains the name of the first people who wish to become shareholders of the companies. See, the founders, subscribers. They are called the subscribers. When they sign the memorandum, the subscribers confirm that they wish to form the company and agree to take at least one share each. The articles contain the internal rules that the company and its shareholder must follow. ¿Sí? Y estos se publican y rigen la relación con ustedes con terceros. El deed of agreement, el deed of agreement o el partnership agreement, yes, es entre los shareholders. Yes. Por ejemplo, quieren llamar a un meeting, van a ir al estatuto, ¿sí? Porque les va a decir cuántos días tienen que dar de aviso y demás. So the articles contain the internal rules that the company shareholders must follow. These rules include, for example, notice periods for holding company meetings and procedures for selling company shares, preemption rights, si alguno tiene derecho de los accionistas a comprar antes que un tercero, por ejemplo.
Y derecho de acrecer se llama.
Claro, derecho de acrecer. The Articles of Association is a long and complicated document. Another thing that you do here when you set up the company, you can choose model articles, o sea que ya Companies House te da el estatuto, viene preestablecido, facilito, sale como piña y no tenés, esto está buenísimo, no tenés restricción en lo que tu compañía puede hacer. No tenés definido un objeto. Mi compañía puede vender zapatos, vender lo que quiera, ¿se entiende? Si bien ustedes le ponen los códigos ahí, por estatuto yo no estoy restringido a hacer cualquier cosa. Puedo traer bienes de China, puedo vender zapatos, puedo, no sé, hacer lo que quiera. Después mi compañía tendrá que complementar con determinadas normas de la industria. Esa es otra historia, ¿ok? Pero mi estatuto no se te restringe a nada. Unless you write your own memorandums, you do not adopt the model articles, yes, and you define it yourself. But no hay objeto en ese sentido, ¿sí? Es súper amplio, está buenísimo. If you want to set up a company, you may choose to incorporate a completely new company. See? You need to draft the memorandums and articles of associations of your company. You should ask your solicitor to do this. He or she will probably use a standard document as a model and then make any changes to the model that are necessary for your company. Your solicitor will file the memorandum and articles of associations at Company House together with the other necessary documents. You must then wait until Companies House issues the certificate of incorporation. Recuerden que hasta que no le dan este certificado, you cannot start to trade. No pueden empezar a vender bienes o servicios, ¿sí? When you receive this certificate, which proves that the company is properly registered, then you can start to trade, yes, under the company name. The other option is to buy an the shelf company. Shelf es estante. From a company formation agent. Company formation agent is a person or company which incorporates new companies and then sells each company to people they want to buy one. Lo único que van a hacer, ya tiene nombre, tengo directores, tiene todo. Lo único que sacan es una resolución donde le cambian el nombre de la compañía y le cambian el nombre de los directores. ¿Sí? Pero la compañía ya está constituida. You can think an off-the-shelf company as an empty company, es una compañía vacía, which is set up and ready to trade. ¿Sí? Por eso me llaman en el día y quieren la compañía en el día, la tenés en el día, un poquito más cara nada más. ¿Sí? Si no, por lo general tarda entre 24 y 48 horas, si no es muy complicado. An off-the-shelf company is also called a shelf company. With an off-the-shelf company, the company formation agent filed the memorandum and articles when he or she incorporated it. Yes? The company has a certificate of incorporation and also it can start trading under the company name immediately. After the company is registered, it has its own file at Companies House. Every year, the company has to sell a document called annual return to Companies House. This gives up-to-date information about the company, including details of the share capital and shareholders. The company also has to submit its financial accounts to Companies House. It has to send a profit and loss account and a balance sheet. Okay? These two documents give information on whether the company is making a profit or loss. Yes? If a company makes a profit, it must pay corporation tax on that profit. ¿Sí? ¿Se acuerdan cómo pagamos income tax? Yes. If you are a sole trader, you're going to pay corporation tax at 20 or 25%, depending on the threshold, yes, for companies. All the information at Company House is available to the public so anyone can see it. Esto es lo que le mostraba hoy cuando entrábamos a Companies House. Any questions?
No.
No? Okay. So let's quickly do this exercise, please.
Okay.
When we want to start trading as quickly as possible, so we decided to buy an
Shelf company.
Off the shelf company. ¿Sí? Off con doble F, the shelf company. If you want to see the rules of the company, you must look at the
Articles of incorporation.
Muy bien. This is the company's, you must keep it safe as it shows the company is properly set up and can trade in the company's name.
Certificate of
company certificate.
Yes. Muy bien. The is one of the documents that every company has. This document contains the name of the subscribers and includes their agreement to take at least one share each in the company. Es el que
Memorandum of
Association.
Well done. To find the most recent information about the company, you should look at the last of the company sent to Companies House. That the company sent to Companies House.
Annual
Si querés
return.
saber, annual return, well done. En el 2 tenemos jumble words, ¿sí? Las palabras son compuestas y empiezan con la partecita que está en azul más que el resto que está en negro. Yes, so for example, the title of the company, tienen Anicom Mena. Bueno, ahí tienen que venir con company name. Yeah. Company name. Al otro lo hacen ustedes. The place where people will send all official letters and legal notices to. Lots of people think of it as the legal seat of the company.
Registered office.
Muy bien, excelente, porque la verdad no, el libro no lo dice, esta y otras más no los dice, por eso los hago como siempre con ustedes. Es Registered Office, ¿sí? Office con doble F. A declaration, esta tampoco se la dice el libro. A declaration by the first shareholders to say that the registration of the company complies with the requirements of Companies Act 2006. Son 3 palabras. Eso se las voy a decir.
Statement of liability.
Muy bien, los dos. Statement of compliance. ¿Sí? Quiere decir que cumplieron con los requisitos. D. The nominal value of the shares that the company has issued. Este sí lo tienen que sacar.
Share capital.
Muy bien. Share
We have
capital.
different versions. I have a different versions from the one you're reading. It doesn't
me
matter.
too.
Me too.
¿Cuál? ¿Cuál
It's
tienen?
different. It's page 257. And for example, number D said a declaration about the responsibility of the shareholder, a statement of liability. And the previous one is number C, the purpose of the company objects.
¿En dónde tenés eso? Perdón.
Page 257. 257.
Y yo tengo la 257 y tengo...
We have another thing.
Debe ser otra
Yes.
versión, la verdad.
We've
Bueno,
been
para,
hacked.
entonces, ¿qué tiene? En la 1 tienen company name.
Sí.
En la A.
Yes.
En el 2, register office.
Yes.
En el 3, statement, en el C, statement of compliance.
No, the purpose of the company objects.
Perdón, que tienen the purpose of the company.
Objects.
Ok.
Sería como el objeto social de Argentina.
Sí.
Una cosa así.
Sí. Mira. ¿Y en el D qué tienen? ¿Tienen share capital?
No, a declaration about the responsibility of the shareholders.
The
que
what?
sería
What?
a declaration about the responsibility of the shareholders.
¿Y ahí
Sería
qué tiene?
statement of liability.
Ok, statement of liability tienen ahí. Ok. Bueno, la primera vez que los veo eso, perdón. ¿Y en el E tienen esto de first shareholders of the company?
No, this is
No.
no. This is
Bueno,
this is
ahí
F.
yo tengo hasta E. Por
No,
ejemplo, la verdad.
At E, we have the maximum amount that the company is allowed to issue in shares to shareholders. Capital
Share
share.
capital.
Share capital.
Share capital.
Y eso
Share
ya
capital,
estaba.
yes.
Eso ya lo hicimos. Y después, ¿quién más?
First,
First shareholder of the company, subscribers.
Subscribers. Bueno, ahí tenemos lo mismo. Subscribers. Ok. Any question, porque me pareció un poco confuso por ahí para algunos. ¿No?
No.
Estamos hasta ahí. Ok. Y en el 3, you basically use the same ones that we've seen before. So, for example, for me, it's A. Rose Freris and Sarah Bell are the people who are taking the first shares in Henlick Limited. They are called the
Founders.
subscribers. Yes.
Okay.
B. I want to issue a claim against Persons Limited. I will serve the claim form on the company at the company's
entity.
Registered office.
Registered office.
Registered office or registered address. Yes.
Oh.
The and the address of a company's registered office must appear on all invoices that the company sends to people, which is the company name.
Company name.
Company name and address. Si yo les mando un invoice, tiene que estar mi company name and address. Then I have the share capital of the company is £10,000 divided into 10,000 shares of £1 each. Yes, share capital.
We have
And the last
we have D. D is different for us.
Okay,
Yes.
what do you have?
If you want to find out the purpose of the company, you should look at the clause in the company's memorandums of association, at the statement, at the...
It would be objects.
Objects. Yeah.
Objects.
Okay.
Okay.
And the last one I have is the subscribers must sign a statement of compliance for me to confirm that the company registration is in accordance with the registration requirements of Companies Act 2006. I don't know if you have the same.
No.
No.
What do you have? Okay, what do you guys have?
We have number E is the capital of the company is 10,000 pounds divided into 10,000 shares of £1 each. I think
The share capital.
The share capital.
Share cap.
Yeah. Y bueno, nos quedaron, acá llegamos al final de la clase, obviamente, terminamos con esta unit. Les queda de repaso esos 2 ejercicios que nos quedaron hoy, ¿se acuerdan?
Sí.
Creo que era el 2 y el 3. Véanlos, por favor, les queda como ejercicio, pues bueno, no sé, pero después 3. ¿Tienen alguna pregunta? ¿Algo que me quieran consultar? ¿Algo que no haya
The last
claro?
one.
Sí.
Federico, the last one. Letter F is the blank will say if the member's responsibility is limited or unlimited.
If the what?
Statement of liability.
Statement of liability.
Me lo lees entero a ver si tiene make sense. The statement of liability
will say if the member's responsibility is limited or unlimited.
Unlimited, sí, of course. Perfect. Well done, Javier.
Perdón, a mí me quedó colgada la B.
I
want to issue a claim against Pearson's Ltd. I will sell the claim form on the company at the company
register office. Al adres que está registrado.
Office, okay.
Office.
Okay. Thank you.
No, my pleasure. Bueno, ya tienen, por ahí les mando algo más para la clase que viene, me tengo que fijar, pero tienen un montón de material extra en principio, así que no se preocupen, por ahí les mando algunas slides. Pero bueno, end of this one, and I'll see you all next week. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Thank you. Have a nice week.
Thank you so much.